Okay. So, good day, everyone. I'm Mateo Navarro, a college instructor from Northeastern Mindanao State University, Lianga Campus. So, welcome to our Zoom class. I hope you're all doing well today. So, before we officially begin, could everyone hear me clearly? If my audio is clear, please give me a thumbs up reaction or type yes in the chat. Okay, great. I can see your responses coming in. Thank you, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss Module 1, which is Identify and Analyze Real World Problems, specifically the Lesson 1. So, by the end of today's session, you'll understand why successful entrepreneurs don't immediately jump into creating products. Instead, they first understand they first identify industries with opportunities and problems that are truly worth solving. So as you can see, this is the platform of Wadwani Ignite Philippines FDP. Okay, so since we are learning in the module 1, so let's click the course content. So I hope you're all excited because today we're taking the first or the very first step in your entrepreneurial journey. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a business idea that sounded amazing, but later realized that people didn't actually needed it? So take a moment and think about it. So many first-time entrepreneurs immediately jump into building a product. But successful entrepreneurs do something different. They first understand the industry, identify opportunities, and most importantly, discover problems that are actually worth solving. And that's exactly what you learn throughout this module, specifically the module 1. Okay? So before you proceed with lessons, I want you to complete two prerequisite activities found on the Wadwani Ignite platform. So this is the Wadwani Ignite platform. So in lesson 1, you will see here the entrepreneurship baseline survey and the passion CV. So they are the two activities found at the right side sa bottom. Okay? So this is the entrepreneurship baseline survey. So you'll just click the start and the um passion CV. So you'll just click the start button to complete this activity. So let me explain why these are important. So the entrepreneurship baseline survey helps you to evaluate where you currently are as an aspiring entrepreneur. It measures your entrepreneurial mindset, experiences, and knowledge, giving you a starting point for your learning journey. The Passion CV, on the other hand, is all about self discovery. It helps you reflect on your interests, strengths, and motivations so that later, when you're choosing an industry or identifying problems, you'll be working on something you're genuinely passionate about. Okay. So these aren't just forms to complete. They actually help you to understand yourself as a future entrepreneur. So let me ask you this. How many of you have already completed these activities? Okay, if you've already done them, kindly click heart reaction. Okay, wonderful. I can see several hearts appearing. Okay. Sige. If you haven't completed them yet, don't worry. Just make sure to finish them before continuing the lessons because they're required and they'll make the rest of the module much easier to understand. Okay, don't forget that. So now, let's look at what you'll learn throughout Module 1. So this is the Module 1, okay? So in the course content, you will see the Module 1, okay? So in Lesson 1, when you click the L1, Develop Macro Industry Problem Perspective, in Lesson 1, you'll explore different industries and discover why entrepreneurs should study markets before developing business ideas. Okay? Instead of asking, what product should I build? You'll learn to ask, which industries have exciting opportunities ahead? Okay? So now, let me ask you, let me ask everyone a quick question. Imagine you have 1 million pesos to start a business. Would you immediately build your product or would you first study the people who will actually buy it? Think about it for a few seconds. Okay, exactly. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. And that's why lesson 2 focuses on identifying real customer problems instead of jumping straight into solutions. So this is the lesson 2. So you will see the introduction, beginner's quiz, concept primer. So these are the things that you have to read before going to answer the beginner's quizzes. So in the beginner's quizzes, it has 5 questions each. So you have to answer it. And then in lesson 2, you will shift your attention from industries to problems. Let me ask another question. Why do you think some startups succeed while others fails? Okay, one major reason is that successful startups solve real problems, not imaginary ones. That's why lesson 2 teaches you how to identify customer pain points and recognize problems that people genuinely experience. So next comes lesson 3. So just click the L3, examine chosen problems. So in lesson 3, where you'll evaluate whether the problem you've chosen is actually worth solving. Not every problem deserves months or even years of works. Okay? So you'll learn practical ways to validate your chosen problems before investing significant time, effort, or resources. So finally, in lesson 4, you'll go even deeper. Okay? Instead of treating symptoms, you'll learn how to uncover the real root cause of a problem using tools like 5 whys method. So all of those things you will learn here in the lesson 4. Remember, solving the root cause creates much greater value than simply addressing surface level issues. Okay? After you've completed all 4 lessons and successfully answer the quizzes, you'll move to the venture journey navigation, where you'll complete activities 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So this is the venture journey. So let's briefly go through each activity. So after you click the venture journey, you will see the first module, which is the identify and analyze real-world problems. Now, that you've now after you go to the venture, just click the start button, or here in my screen, I will just click the redo because I've already done it. Okay? So now that you've completed the lessons, let's move on to the activity 1, where you start journey truly begins. So this activity is all about identifying and validating problems that your startup wants to solve. So let's look at the first question together. Which problem or problems will your startup solve? Now, I want you to notice something very important. Okay? So, the question doesn't ask, what's your product? The question doesn't ask, what's your product? Instead, it asks, what's the problem? Okay? Why do you think that's very important? Go ahead and type your thoughts in the chat. I'll give you everyone about 10 seconds to answer. Okay, I can see some great responses coming in. Yes, exactly. As entrepreneurs, we don't start with products. We start with problems. Because if there's no meaningful problem, there's no meaningful business. Think about this way, okay? Instead of saying, I want to build a laundry app, okay? Try asking yourself, what problem am I actually solving? Okay? For example, a stronger problem statement would be, busy professionals struggle to find reliable laundry services with convenient pickup and delivery. Okay. So, can you see the difference? The first statement talks about the solution, while the second focuses on the customer's pain point. Great startups always begin by understanding their customers before building anything. So if that makes sense, kindly send me a heart reaction. Okay, wonderful. I can see your heart reactions. Thank you. So now, once you've identified your problem, the next step is to prove that it actually exists. Okay, you'll be asked, okay? So you'll be asked to provide data, statistics, or research findings that support your chosen problem. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Why do you think it's important to support your problem with research instead of relying on your own opinion? Feel free to type your answer in the chat. Okay, excellent answers. That's right. Research helps us validate that problem is real and affects many people. If thousands or even millions of people experience the same challenge, then there's a much greater opportunity to create meaningful impact through your startup. Okay, when gathering your evidences, remember to use credible sources. Okay, just like the question, what is the source of this data or statistics? Okay, such as the government reports, academic journals, research papers, reputable organizations. Reliable evidences makes your startup idea stronger and more convincing. So finally, you'll complete the remaining questions by proposing a temporary startup name, or just think of a startup name that you wanted, and providing institution's name and locations. So just like the question number 5. Okay, so don't worry if your startup names changes later. This is simply the first step in building your startup identity. Before we move on, let me check your understanding one last time. Okay, what should come first? The solution or the problem? If your answer is the problem, kindly click the heart reaction one more time. Okay, excellent. I'm glad that everyone understands this important concept. Remember, every successful startup begins by solving real problem, not by building a product first. So after answering all these questions, just click the complete button. Okay, now let's continue to activity 1.2. Okay, so this is the summary um of your the problem that you are solving, okay? As you can see. Okay. So now that you've identified your problem, let's place it in the right context. You'll identify three important elements. So these are the important elements. First, the area. So identify the area that you are solving, whether it is food, money, education, energy, health, manufacturing, entertainment, business services, shelter, logistics and supply chain, deep tech, clothing, hospitality, mobility, and others. And the industry, you'll choose among these. So professional and business services, social and community services, and others. And the domain, you'll see here the community services, religious services, social services, and others. Okay. For example, suppose your startup is solving traffic congestion. Which one would be your area? Okay, from the example here. So A, education, B, mobility, C, agriculture. Type your answer in the chat box. Okay, excellent. The correct answer is mobility. Then, your industry would be transportation services, and your domain might be the last mile delivery. Okay, that's exactly how you'll classify your own startup later in this activity. Being specific helps you understand your market and your future customers much better. So after you answer all of this area, you'll just click the complete button. Okay, so this next activity, which is the activity 1.3, um, is actually one of my favorites because it encourages you to think like a real entrepreneur. So this is so you can see the first part is the summary of your answers from before, or the activity 1.2 and 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, just click next. So before I explain it, I'd like you to reflect for a moment. Okay? Have you ever experienced a problem so frustrating that you wished someone would solve it? Okay, maybe waiting in long lines, losing parcels, finding parking, late laundry services. Think of a problem. That's exactly where startup ideas begins. Okay, ask yourself, who is affected by this problem? Second, why does this problem impact their daily lives? Okay. Third, why does this problem continue to exist. So you identify the stakeholders, examine the root causes, and reflect on why solving this problem matters to you personally. Okay. Finally, you'll prepare a short mini pitch that clearly explains your chosen problem and its impact. So after you answer the first question, which is who is affected by this problem, how are these individuals affected, and asking the root causes. Why does the problem exist? Okay, and as a team, why do you want to work on this problem? So remember that all of these chat boxes or the input boxes is very limited. So as you can see, it only has 350 characters. So make sure that you will answer all of these questions briefly. Okay, so for the fifth question is restate the problem that you are solving. So remember, okay, at this stage, your goal isn't to convince people that your solution is amazing. Your goal is to convince them that the problem is important enough to solve. That's why you have to restate the negative impact of the problems on various stakeholders and restate the problem that you are solving. So this is like the final thoughts on your the final thoughts of your answering the questions from um activity 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So after you complete all these input boxes, you have to click the complete button. Okay, so I think that's the last activity in module 1, or the identify and analyzed real world problems. Okay. So before we end today's class, I'd like to ask one final question. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from today's session? You can type just one word in the chat. I'll give you everyone a few seconds. Okay, wonderful. I can already see responses like problem, research, industry, validation, and opportunity. So those are exactly the key takeaways I wanted you to remember today. But before we end, I'd like you to remember one very important idea. Okay? Great startups don't begin with brilliant products. They begin with a deep understanding of real problems. As you continue your entrepreneurial journey, always ask yourself this question. Am I solving a problem that people genuinely care about? If your answer is yes, then you're already developing the mindset of a successful entrepreneur. Now, before our next session, please make sure to first complete all 4 lessons in module 1. So read all of those and answer all the quizzes. Okay. Second, and most importantly, is to accomplish the activities 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 in the Venture Journey Navigation. So this is the Venture Journey Navigation. So this is the navigation wherein you will learn all the lessons. It is in the course content, and the activities that you have to finish is the Venture Journey Navigation. Okay, so these activities will help you apply what you've learned today and prepare you for the next module. So before you leave our Zoom meeting, if today's discussion helped you understand how successful startup begin, kindly send me one last heart reaction. Okay, thank you. I can see all of your heart reactions coming in. I really appreciate your active participation and engagement throughout today's session. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you've learned something valuable today. Have a wonderful day and stay curious, keep observing real world problems, and I'll see you in the next class. Happy learning, everyone. Bye.